Hi. Hi there, welcome to the Whole 9 Yards 2.0. My name is Germana Sila. I host and I've created this channel. So welcome aboard if it's your first time clicking on this video. We do conversations, travel, games, and we get deep sometimes like we're about to in this video. But it's just always good vibes either way. And if you're a regular, yes, I stole that word. Well, welcome back, boo. First things first, happy new year to you guys, because my year is starting on 1st Feb, so I'm gonna see you there. I feel like I still have baggage from 2021, like for real, including this video, so there's that. But either way, welcome. Okay, as you can see from the title of this video, we're getting just a little bit personal, but I felt as though I just needed to like kupeana tu updates kidogo, because I don't want to get too disconnected from my little audience and the people who actually like subscribe to my content, like literally subscribing, like you stand my stuff. So I felt as though it's a worthwhile video. So if you're looking to get, maybe you stumble upon this video because maybe you're thinking of quitting your job, it's probably not the right video, because I don't feel as though I'm qualified to speak on it yet. Speak on the whole and turn around what you need to do before and after and stuff like that. But maybe it could give you some insight. I hope it does. But for me, it's more of like an update and just to like speak my piece, and probably someone will get an insight into it, I guess. Yeah, so earlier on, the beginning of the month of the year, I officially quit my job. There's a video that I did earlier to show you guys what it's like for me as a corporate content creator. I'm just gonna suggest it up here. You can check it out. Yeah, so I had a really lovely job. I was a content creator at a software company and I loved it. I loved what it entailed me doing. However, the kind of job setting, which is 8 to 5, 40 hours a week, were not working for me. So as you saw from the tweet that I posted, really it's all about finding what works for you and what doesn't. And for me, it took me a minute, but I just realized, like, it got to a point where I realized this is not it for me. It's really not, and I'm not happy, and I don't think I can continue doing this. Yeah. Considering the circumstances and how I got the job, it was such a blessing. I got that job 1 week to graduation. I remember we were shooting in a different county. I actually had to come back earlier to come and graduate. And it was just blissful because I was excited. Then the magical thing is, when I walked into the interview, I remember whatever they were looking for, I wasn't 100% qualified for it. But I'm like, I can work around whatever you're asking of me. They literally created a job opportunity that was not there. It was a title that was not there. And that just showed me, like, you know how you just punch yourself on the back and you're like, all right, girl, you got it. Yeah, that's what it felt like. And I loved every minute of it. I was producing content, I was editing, I was hosting, we're coming up with content plans, campaigns, brainstorming. It was beautiful. And then now came along what I had feared the most. What had happened was...
See, what had happened at first was...
I am an actor, host, and content producer. So I'm in showbiz, which means a lot of times you're needed to be in certain places. It's not like the way if you're a lawyer and then a farmer, you can have someone handle your farm as you just manage things. You get with showbiz, you have to be there. And the thing with showbiz is if you're constantly saying no to things, then instantly they keep going away. So basically, I had a casting director reach out to me about a role in and that was a big deal for me because all actors were watching this. You know, having not auditioned for a role, someone just openly calling you for something because they have been referred, because they've seen your work, it's a big deal. And then I remember trying to make my way work around it, but I was still on probation, couldn't go and leave, so I had to turn that down. It was a 3-day shoot and I was broken, but I was like, no, I'm here for a purpose. Until I fulfill it, then yeah. Little did I know that would happen 3 to 4 times through the year. Like, it happened a lot. And oh my gosh, I kept feeling crushed every single time. Yeah. So then, fast forward, it's August. A girl just turned 25. She's all feeling 25 vibes and stuff like that. And then I just started feeling completely overwhelmed. I felt like I was completely letting myself down. Like, in between that period, there's a film. It's called Wote. I'm gonna link it down here. Please go watch the trailer. We're about to drop it. This is the year we drop it, and it's gonna be a dope ass film. We worked on it since 2019. Remember to Kwantanda you and the Kibandas, and we used to sit and just talk about it. I'm surrounded by so many talented creatives, and sitting and seeing the passion with these guys and the things we want to create. It was beautiful. Then I remember I couldn't be on that set. Oh my gosh, that one crashed me. Can you imagine producing a film and you're not there? And I just remember telling myself, girl, you'll get through it. So by the time it's like August, I'm starting to like go through this quarter life crisis, and I'm like, I don't think I can do this anymore.
You can't do it. I can't.
I just felt like I completely just was, like I said, I felt like I was letting myself down. I felt like I was missing out on opportunities that I'd looked forward to. And I realized you can't be in two places at the same time, because the work hours are literally 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I had 2 days. So Saturday and Sunday were my days to like compartmentalize everything. And let me tell y'all, I was overcompensating, because let me tell you, I have 2 days. So I have to shoot content for my channel. I used to submit auditions. I'd shoot audition, like I'd send in self-tapes at like midnight. So okay, not midnight, but like I'd shoot at night. And then, or sometimes someone says, send me a clip of, and then I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm not in a position to. And then I also want to hang out with friends, I have a social life. Then there's also, I want to be around family, you know. Like, I feel like I only had 2 days to do everything at once, and it just became so overwhelming to the point where I didn't even understand what rest was. I was asked by a couple of people, hi Kevin. I remember him telling him, he came to my workplace one day to just bring lunch and to just talk. Then he was like, so do you ever rest? I'm like, rest is for the weak. But no, deep down I still was suffering. Yeah, and then I kept contemplating it. So I told myself, let me just seek a couple of, advice and intel. But let me tell you one thing, this resigning, quitting, or stopping, like deciding to put a stop to something you were doing, either school, a job, a relationship, like knowing when to leave is such a personal decision, y'all. Like no matter what anyone tells you, it's as personal as I get. But I consulted a couple of friends, but it became every time I have to talk about being at work, I'm just feeling bad. Yeah, and then it would have been different if the place was completely toxic and like rude people running around me, but that was not the case. I was just completely unhappy within myself, to the point where I felt like even my productivity was just not working for me. Then I remember the one time I decided, you know what, I'm gonna pray about it. I used to pray, but I didn't really used to dedicate solely, like I'm gonna have time with God and I talk about this. And let me tell you, I cried in the middle of the night. I was just like, nope, that's why we draw the line. I remember I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it sounds deeper than it is, but I think you have to be in that situation to understand what it's like. Because I was just there like, no. Like given the circumstances of how fortunate I was, the financial security, financial independence, also I'm learning and I'm practicing, because it was a place where I learned. And then I worked with really talented people, like my colleagues were hella dope. But it just came down to, if I'm not feeling it, there's nothing anyone can do about it. So yeah, it took a while, but eventually I made a decision. I'm like, all right, at the end of the day, at the end of the year, I'll put in my notice. Came telling the parents, I think that's the hardest part. Personally, I still live at home, and of course I want to grow and get out of that shell. But if you resign, it means some of your personal things have to hold them back a bit. But also telling your folks you want to leave your job, it was so hard. But let me tell you guys, shout out to having supportive parents and guardians is very underrated. And I'm so sorry if you're watching this and you don't have that, but I hope you find a way to break through out of it, because we're adults now and the shots we call are as personal as we get. You gotta put you first.
I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first, Lucian.
Gosh, too much meme content. And surprisingly, these guys were just like, okay. Of course, I can't get into the nitty-gritties, but I was just like, wow. I think I was over just thinking it. I should have just, you never know that you should just rip the bandage off, but it felt nice to just be like, all right, let's do this. Yeah, so eventually I just made the decision. I talked to my bosses. I just decided to not end things badly. So I just did it, I should be done, because who I am as a person, I didn't want like riffraff. So I just went and spoke to them. Then I turned in my notice, and yeah, that was it. Yeah, it's not the kind of video where you get into details about that, but I was at peace. Let me tell you guys, I sought that peace for so long. I was like, when I decided and I actually called the shots, I was at, like, my heart was just, it's like such a huge weight that was just lifted off of me, and I was just like, God, thank you. Oof, I waited long enough for this. Anyway, so for anyone who's watching this and you're probably going through such a thing, I don't know if I could be of help, but feel free to shoot me a DM. Here you go. You can DM me. You can also, if you have my personal number, just shoot a text. There's a way that you can speak to someone who's gone through it that can help you see an oversight, because I'm glad I had that. I had friends I could consult, and I had family that I could consult. Yeah. So feel free to reach out to us, sis. All right, so what next? Let me tell you, I'm speaking this into existence, and I'm gonna come back to this video. I want to take the world by storm, because my biggest mantra for living was like, I have to bank on myself and gotta take the bull by its horns and just make it work. I really hope to take the screens as they come, because I'm so glad I got the hosting gig. If you don't know, I host a show on Y254 every Friday from 6 p.m. to 8:30. I love it. I used to look forward to Fridays. I'm like, yes, I get to do something I do for, even if it's for 4 hours, I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna have a good time. So I really hope I'm able to, because I love acting, I really hope I'll keep auditioning, I'll keep shooting my shots, reaching out to anyone and everyone I can, because the beauty about acting is that you get to tell people stories, and that's what being a creative is all I've ever been. I don't usually have a backup, sinanga backup. And being an actor is the fact that you get to, the roles you take up, you get to tell someone else's story, and it's so beautiful. I've always loved that. Can't wait to get back to that, whether it's screen or stage, I can't wait. Hosting, I just want to build on that craft and just scale up. Then content production, like I said, I am surrounded by very talented creatives who will stop at nothing until we make our dreams come true. So I can't wait to like now full on have my head into that space. We'll produce dope ass content, y'all, like dope films, dope content for brands. I can't wait for that. For my channel, my tiny cute little channel, I can't wait to collaborate with a lot of creators. As in, there are people I started reaching out to, but then would come up with a date for shooting. But then it's like I needed a tea. I'd have to like book like weeks in advance. And if our timelines don't match up, it's a no. So I hope to collaborate with a lot of creators and a lot of brands as well. Shout out to the ones that were very open, from INIT Studios to Coolio. And also, cute little fun fact, I went to the dentist yesterday, and apparently someone watched my braces video, and they went and got braces, and they said I should get a discount. And I was like, I didn't even, you know how you don't even think? I'm like, oh my gosh, so my content has that much of an impact? All right, like it reminds me every day why I do this kind of thing. Yeah, and also I had one of my cousins purchase a game for her kids, and I was like, throw me, after watching the Coolio video, and I was like, me? Like this little old me? Stop. Then I also had another friend go shoot at NIT Studios, and I'm like, okay, I see you. It feels nice, like when you realize your content is actually making something of what it's supposed to do. And I love that it's also a platform where people can come and have conversations, and like I've had people text me, they're like, I never saw this as like this. It feels nice when you accommodate and validate someone's worldview, and that's what I like about what I've created on this platform. And I can't wait, like I just can't wait to like stop at nothing, like no excuses, just go and get it. Yes. And most importantly, I hope to make money out of it, and I hope you come along with me on this journey. I hope we stick together, do the thing, and just, I don't know, whenever as you watch this, I hope you get to choose you, like pick you, boo-boo. Don't let nobody tell you anything, just do you, like pick what's best, be selfish with yourself. Like, circumstances may be different, I may be speaking from a certain level of privilege. I'm not like disregarding that, it's just that if it takes a point where you have to pick either or, let it be you picking you. Thank you so much for watching. Again, like I said, feel free to reach out to me on DM or WhatsApp, however you know me, we can just talk. Just It can be a venting machine if you like. Alright, this video is longer than I thought it would be, so goodbye.